Your brain is lying to you right now. As you read this, your brain is lying to you, not occasionally. Constantly. Every moment you're awake, your brain is editing your reality, and the scary part isn't that it happens. It's that you'll never know when it's happening. You think your memory works like a video file. Press play, watch it back exactly as it happened. It doesn't. Almost nothing you remember is retrieval. Almost all of it is reconstruction. Every time you remember something, your brain rebuilds it from scratch, filling gaps with guesses, and hands it to you feeling completely real. In the 1970s, psychologist Elizabeth Loftus showed people footage of a car accident. She asked everyone the same question, except for one word. Half were asked how fast the cars were going when they hit each other. The other half, when they smashed. The smashed group estimated speeds 25% higher. A week later, the smashed group was far more likely to remember broken glass. There was no broken glass. Loftus didn't give them a new memory. She edited one they already had, using a single word, without them noticing a thing. Your memories aren't a recording. They're a living document, quietly rewriting itself every time you open it, but memory is only the beginning. Your brain doesn't just lie about the past. Picture your field of vision right now. You probably imagine a wide, sharp, full-color screen from edge to edge. That's not what your eyes actually send your brain. The sharp zone is roughly the size of your thumbnail at arm's length. Everything outside the tiny window is blurry, low-res, and in your peripheral vision, basically colorless. You don't experience it that way because your brain fills in the rest. It's generating most of what you see in real time. Scientists call this predictive processing. Your brain builds a model of the world, then checks reality against it. Optical illusions aren't tricking your eyes. They're tricking the model your brain already built about how the world works. Look at this. These two squares are the exact same shade of gray. Your brain refuses to believe it. That's not a glitch. That's your brain confidently getting the wrong answer, and feeling certain about it. And that same machinery doesn't just shape what you see. It shapes what you believe. In the 1960s, psychologist Peter Wason showed people 4 cards, 3, 8, red, and brown. The rule: if a card has an even number on one side, it is red on the other. Which 2 cards do you flip to test it? Most people say 8 in red. The correct answer is 8 in brown. Most people get it wrong. Red tells you nothing. The rule says nothing about what's behind red cards. Almost no one checks for evidence that could break their belief. This is confirmation bias, not a bad habit some people have. The default setting of every human brain. Your brain forms a belief, then goes looking only for proof. Evidence against it gets ignored, or just never noticed at all. You're not reasoning your way to conclusions. You're finding reasons to justify conclusions your brain already reached, but even that isn't the deepest layer. In 2008, neuroscientist Benjamin Libet ran an experiment that shook everything. He asked people to flex their wrist whenever they felt like it, and to mark the exact moment they decided to move. Brain activity preparing the movement began 550 milliseconds before they moved. They didn't become aware of deciding until 200 milliseconds before. The decision came first. Your brain had already started the action a third of a second before you consciously chose to do it, which means the feeling of choosing might not cause your actions. It might just be your brain narrating a decision already made. I decided might just be a story you tell yourself after the fact, so you feel like you're in charge. Your brain lies about the past. It lies about the present. It might be lying about who's actually deciding. Here's what most people miss though. None of this means your brain is broken. This is a feature: every shortcut, every gap filled in, every prediction, your brain solving an impossible problem as fast as it can. This is the same brain that lets you drive while talking, and recognize a friend's face in under a second. Memory, vision, decisions, beliefs, all of it running on shortcuts. The lies are the price of the performance, but knowing this changes something. Once you know your memories are reconstructions, you hold them a little more loosely. Once you know your brain is hunting for confirmation, you can stop and ask, what would actually change my mind? Once you know the world you see is just a model, you stay a little more open to the model being wrong. The most honest thing your brain will ever tell you is that it can't be fully trusted. You've been living inside a story your brain keeps writing about you, edited and quietly revised every single day, and it will be again tomorrow.